Hi guys, Brian here. Welcome back to 40 Feet of Fame. Stories from Hollywood's most famous sidewalk. When we last left off, we were just past Rock Hudson and William Selig. We ended at William Selig, as a matter of fact. We're here at the Fonda Theatre, as you can see behind me here. So we're going to be beginning here at the Fonda and then heading down for the next bunch of stars. Exploring little stories about things about Hollywood's 40 Feet of Fame. So, well, we'll start with the theater itself. I mean, it's an incredible place. The Fonda Theatre originally opened in 1926 on October the 20th. In 1926, it was called the Music Box, and it was opened by a man named Carter DeHaven. Now, Carter DeHaven was the father of Gloria DeHaven, actress Gloria DeHaven. He was a writer, he produced, he directed, did a whole bunch of different things. So Carter gets these investors. He gets John Barrymore, John Gilbert, Reginald Denny, King Vidor, and Mae Murray, and they all put up about together. They get about $500,000 barely. And they create this theater here. It opened with a review called Fancy, and it was a review, and for a long time that's what it did. For a number of years, that's all it did was just musical reviews of things. Eventually it did some legitimate theater, then it became the Lux Radio Theater. In 1945 it became the Guild Theater, then the Fox Theater, and then finally it was called the Pix. And the Pix Theater, it was called the Pix Theater when it closed in 1977. Then it reopened again, and that's when I got here. The Nederlander organization had reopened it, and they do theater. They were doing theater here. They did things like 12 Angry Men and Glengarry Glen Ross and Driving Miss Daisy, stuff like that here. So we're going to be beginning here, and we left off right there, I believe. So we left off with William Selig. So we come down, to Raymond Griffith. Now, once again, unless I say otherwise, all of these people got their stars on the 8th of February 1960, February 8th, 1960. So we start here with Raymond Griffith. Now, Raymond Griffith had diphtheria when he was a child, and because of that, he couldn't speak. He ended up couldn't speak above a whisper, and he actually worked as a writer and assistant for Max Sennett. Did things like that, if you're going to know him from anything, you'll know him from the film All Quiet on the Western Front, the original one, in the scene where, and this is emotional, when Lou Ayres dives into the bunker there. This is the French guy that Lou Ayres kills, and he's stabbed to the bayonet, and basically is stuck there with the body all night long, and has to watch this guy, Raymond Griffith, die during the course of the evening. All Quiet on the Western Front's an amazing film, Anyway, he died. This guy, Raymond Griffith, died today. I'm filming this on today, November 25th, the day before Thanksgiving. And he died today in 1957 at the Maskers Club. They thought he had a heart attack, but when they did the autopsy, it turned out he choked to death on a piece of something that he'd eaten. And he choked to death right there at the Maskers Club during this dinner that they're having. There you go. There's that. The next one is Empty. Edna Best. Edna Best was an English actress. She was very proper, very, 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 very proper actress. Did theater, did a lot of stage. Got her star for film, specifically for film. In theater-wise, she did things with Noel Coward. She did stuff with Tallulah Bankhead. Everybody did stuff with Tallulah Bankhead, if you know what I mean. Anyway, but most people, you might remember her as Martha, who was the housekeeper in the original the Ghost of Mrs. Muir. The next one here is apparently Blake Rules. So there's that. Yvonne DiCarlo. The great Yvonne DiCarlo, on the date, on February 8th, 1960, Yvonne DiCarlo got 2 stars same day. One for film, one for television. Film-wise, you might know her as Charlton Heston's wife in the Ten Commandments, Moses' wife, Sephora, who went on to start apparently some sort of a makeup chain. Anyway, she's from, a little about her, because she's fascinating anyway. She's originally from Vancouver, Canada. Her name is Margaret, which is the greatest name in the whole wide world. Her name is Margaret Yvonne Middleton. So she took her middle name and her mother's maiden name, DiCarlo. And that's how she got her name. She, in her autobiography, according to her autobiography, she had 25 different lovers, which I thought she admitted that is just kind of cool. She took the role, everybody knows her as Lily Munster. Now, the reason why she took Lily Munster is because her husband, whose name is Bob Morgan, was a stuntman. He was doing How the West Was Won, and he got hurt. And so she took the part to pay the bills, and ended up being the greatest thing that she ever did, in my opinion. John Raitt. Now, John Raitt, singer John Raitt, this is for theater. John Raitt, he got this on the 29th of January, 1992. And John Raitt, he was in everything. Pajama Game, Oklahoma, all sorts of stuff. But mainly, and it's a quote that he would say, he used to be known as, Bonnie was known as John Raitt's daughter. Now he's known as Bonnie Raitt's father. So there's that. Art Lund, baritone singer with Benny Goodman. Benny Goodman, very first star across the street over there. Benny Goodman also sang with Harry James. Martha Scott played Charlton Heston's mom in 2 movies. She got her star, by the way, on September 23rd of '93. She played Charlton Heston's mom in 2 different movies, Ben-Hur and in the Ten Commandments. Played his wife twice. I just crossovers like that, I think it's kind of interesting. Plus, the theater that we're at right now, when this place went back to being a theater in 1985, she produced 12 Angry Men, which is the first play that they did here. She was one of the producers of it, which I think was kind of cool. This is Gracie Fields. English, British actress. She was born on top of a fish and chips shop, which I thought was kind of cool. It's nice if you're going to be known for something. What the hell? She, in 1979, she got the Dame Commander of the Order of the British Empire. There's that. Bibi and Cecil Winans. These are gospel singers who started with the PTL Club. They got theirs in music on the October 20th, 2011. Jimmy Fiedler. Jimmy Fiedler was a gossip columnist. This is Jimmy Fiedler, by the way. He scooped Luella Parsons, who's also a gossip person, radio stuff show, and he scooped her on a story about Clark Gable, and it pissed her off. It pissed her off so much. If you read her autobiography, she lies about it in her autobiography. It's just kind of an interesting little thing there. Shirley Cecil was a gospel singer. She got hers on January 6th, June 28th of 2016, matter of fact. Raymond Knight was an actor and a comedian and a writer. Here's the thing about this guy, which I find this fascinating. He got a law degree from Boston University, and so naturally he became a writer, a comedy writer. He also actually was licensed in Massachusetts, as a matter of fact. But he created a thing called the Cuckoo Hour. They said on NBC, they said, do something cuckoo. He came up with a thing called the Cuckoo Hour. It's basically, that's all it was called, just called the Cuckoo Hour. That was back in 1931. Next one, Empty. Evelyn Knight. In the 40s and 50s, she sang Buttons and Bows. Buttons and Bows, which is just a delightful song anyway. It was at Bob Hope, one of his movies. Also, she did a song called "Little Bird Told Me" with the Stardust. She headlined a lot at Ciro's and at the Coconut Grove. And I'm going to be ending here with Bud Layden. Now, Bud Layden was a veteran. He was a Marine Corps veteran who ended up being in the Marines. He emceed shows and stuff like that, and then got out and started doing the same thing in the real world. And he emceed 6 different game shows. He also emceed the Liberace Hour, which stuff like that. So we're going to be finishing up here. I've got the rest of those to go along there, and then we're done with this. So this next segment will be the end of this block, and then I'll finish up what's going over there. By the way, what's going on over there right now is Funko. They have stuff, and it's Funko. That's the best thing I can tell you. So there's that. So coming to you from here, from the Matchbox, the Pix, the Fonda Theatre, whatever name you want, the Guild, pick a name. Anyway, join me for the next episode of 40 Feet of Fame, stories from Hollywood's most famous sidewalk. We're finishing up the block. Thanks a lot. See you later. Bye.